The northern governors have responded, and now they have rejected the restructuring Tinubu's government has proposed in form of tax bill. Now the northern governors have said our population must never be neglected. That there's a reason why we in the north give birth like termite and insect. It is simply because so that our population can earn us more federal allocation. On my screen, as seen there, the current tax formula that we have in Nigeria is the population of a state would be 30% of what you get from federal allocation. The amount of work you do is 20%. Then, based on equality, it is what? 50%. What that simply means is if the total sum amount of money that came into Nigeria in terms of federal allocation, in terms of revenue generated, IGR, everything is, let's say for instance, 1,000 naira. Based on population, the North will get 30% out of that. And when you look at it, who has more population? North. Based on derivation, the North will get what? 20%. Then based on equality, 50%. So what that simply means is that 80% of what they do not deserve, the only work they do is procreate, multiply. Hence, the reason why they keep advising their women and men. I mean, look at the video I posted. Just look at the video. A northern governor, Kano State, within 1 year of his tenure in government, he spent billions of naira in what we call marriage, a state government marriage, whereby they tell all the girls and guys, if you know you are single and you want to get married, come and register. We'll give you guys bed, we'll give you guys 100,000. You guys will get married. All we need from you is go and make babies. You know, there are so many rumors where they say that it is the Southeast that we have so many baby making factory. It is a lie. The North have even taken this baby making factory official. It is even government sponsored. But because it is only in the North you will see what we call Haurendole. Haurendole simply means forced marriage. So a mother who thinks her daughter is 16 years old and she doesn't have money to send him into school or to send he or she to higher institution, all you should have to do is take that child's name to the government quarters, enroll her to be forcefully married, and afterwards the government will give them 100,000, a bed, c'est fini, go and procreate. These populations are what the North use to exploit, to rob we in the South. you know, it sounds stupid, right? It sounds stupid. Like, how come a government will take a look at its people and the government will rather choose to get these people married over sending them to school? A government will spend billions of naira to marry thousands of northern youths who do not have basic education, and the youth will celebrate, and the youth will be comfortable, and in fact you see them jubilating, and they'll be like, yes, this is our culture. This is how much the Fulani has brainwashed. They have finished the Hausa people in their total entirety. The Hausa people today are just there. Oh yeah, keep producing babies for us. When we have enough, this is what we present at the federal level. We present this at the federal level that according to the current allocation sharing formula, the population will give us 30%. Don't forget, I said let's say from 1,000, 30% will give them, bigger population will give them 30%. And you know, the bigger your population, the bigger the share you earn. Not doing anything, they get 20%. So they know they are not really doing anything. So it doesn't matter. Well, that's okay. But based on equality, so 80% for doing nothing goes to them. Yesterday, they came with another formula. They told Tinubu right head on that, listen, that tax reform that are telling us that population, the formula will now cut down to 10%. That derivation will now be 60% and equality will be 30%. They said, Oga, it no go work because we are not ready to work. Because we in the north, the formula we are using is working, which is get our children married even before the age, and we get our money. And the youth of the north support it. And the youth of the north who are so unintelligent, uninformed, you know, these guys are just illiterate, uneducated people. So their government will just tell them, hey, the bill, you know, I told you guys in the past that mostly northern governors, what they did was they engaged their clerics, go to mosques and start preaching that if that tax reform bill is passed, the north will become very impoverished. The north will start having to drink alcohol, because the bill that Tinubu is proposing is the more you work, you earn. And we know that the South earn more money from alcohol. We know that the South sometimes can earn as high as 100 billion from alcohol consumption. And from that 100 billion, you know, if it converts, if that tax reform bill goes into 60-40, it is that 40% they'll be giving all of us in the north. And maybe we were earning, let's say for instance, from that 100 billion from the north, you know, we don't drink alcohol, but from that 100 billion, because the derivation formula wasn't 60%, but it was just 20%, we'll be earning now. What we'll be earning is 20 billion as against 60 billion Tinubu is proposing. So we must fight Tinubu hands down. We must fight Tinubu hands down. So these guys, their agenda is ensure that the southern states, be it the Yoruba, be it the Igbos, remain strangulate in this chain. And they'll do everything to ensure that that tax bill is not pushed through. We in the South now must begin to either support this bill, or the North will eventually once again have their way. Yes, listen, the North have had their way since 1999. I don't want to use the period of Third Republic, the period of military regime. I don't want to use that. The North have been having their way since this Fourth Republic, because we in the South have been confused. We in the South, we have not been cooperative. We in the South have always remained divided. And these are all the machinations of the Fulani oligarchs, because what they do is, in the South, they have integrated there. They have injected their religion of bitterness and hate. So you see that amongst the Yorubas, they do not even trust themselves. When conversations for national purpose arises, wherein the South are supposed to galvanize themselves and fight for a common purpose, you see these guys, they will just throw in religious confusion. Bam, boom. Then there will be a breakup. Right? There'll be a certain, you just see that breakup will come. And that bond that we in the South are supposed to have will not last. So the South has been, over the years, for the last 24 years, have been deceived, outsmart by these Northerners, these Northern governors and their clerics. We have to come together. Whether you support Biafra, whether you support Oduduwa, whether you support regionalism, that If at all, we do not dissolve into separate countries, maybe if you get a regional government, you will still manage it, because under regional government, you would have the capacity to control your own resources, right? Good. If that is what you want, you do not appreciate the current state where it is the North that call the shot. When the North do not agree, nobody moves forward or back. Everybody just remains stand still. Then we have to talk to ourselves in the South. Those my brothers who are seeking Biafra, yes, your body is the only thing left in this country called Nigeria. Your soul has left. But you must do everything possible to ensure your body is safe and sound, is preserved and sustained. And a sustainable solution is to endeavor to see that we galvanize and speak collectively against the North. We in the South must stop eating ourselves. I mean, look at what happened yesterday. Another breaking news. Look at what happened yesterday in the Senate committee meeting. When Egbetoku, in connivance with his Fulani police.
It is our decision within the leadership of this committee to allow IG to summarize his presentation.
No, Chairman, we're not in a hurry. We are not in a hurry. We must do the right thing. We are not in the chamber. You are there to wait for the collective. You have it. It's not in the Then I will leave. What are we reading now? What do you want to do? Leave. We are acting in the head. Leave. Mr. Chairman, please go. Mr. Chairman, point of order, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
You can see there, at the background, you could hear the voice, the language the police minister was speaking. He was speaking an unofficial language there. He was speaking Hausa. They are the one backing Egbetoku. Oh, don't worry, this thing will push. The senator whom we can see that he is a man from the Southeast vehemently said, we will not allow such a thing. This is no. This thing that you guys are doing is not the professional way to go about it. It is illegal for the IG to be reading a bill or a proposal that is different from what the senator has. In that room, head of the committee is the most senior official in that room, which happens to be that senator. But you can see how all the Fulanis have conspired against that man. Shouting on him, okay, you can go. If you know you don't want to listen, you can go. Nobody really cares. You can go. You can see how they do their thing. They are rascals. They always show that they are radicals. They always show that they are outspoken. When it comes to bill presentation, this is why I personally, I am seeking for a revolution through a ballot, first and foremost, ensuring that I vote in a radical person. Showore, that is my own take here. Because everything Showore says his solution answers all the problems. Whether you are seeking for disintegration, the thing we need first is a constitutional change. We have to reposition the North. The North must understand that they do not have supremacy above every ethnicity. They have to see it, they have to perceive it, and they have to touch it. The South must stop being docile. We must stop being complicit. We are the enablers of this high-handedness. The North keep revealing, exposing, and implementing and executing over the South. Look at how they embarrassed that senator. The senator, when he saw that he was alone, he became helpless. He had to return back. So these are the issues. The North understands that they, because of whatever religion they have, will want to galvanize in unity. They are united in their lethargic attitude not to work. They are united in their exploitative ways of livelihood, whereby they just wait for the south. You go and work. Oh. When you work, all of us, they call them, hey, Zamfara, kai aiki, why you go to work? Ya zaka yi aiki, me yasa zaka yi aiki? Let's wait. And the work finish, all of us go just talk say now population. As long as now we get the biggest population, and this population thing is still a lie. It's a fallacy. These are the issues. It's a fallacy. They just use those things for political gains. They conduct census now. You start seeing that in the north. They start counting cows. They start importing people from Niger. Nigerian Southerners must endeavor to wake. Let us also watch this video wherein we have a proper elaboration of the tax reform bill on what the North actually want. Let's watch it together.
Nigeria governors, they don't announce their own tax formula where they want to. If you don't know where the matter dey before, make I tell you. No say before, if state get money, they go remit am. Say these are the states, all of them. They go remit am to the center, that is federal. When they remit, they go miss am. It's like they put money for inside the inside pot. They'll call miss am. They'll call you this formula, share am. Whether here you bring 100 billion, say River State, Imo State say they bring 20 billion. Say this one, Edo State bring, say 25 billion. Say Bauchi bring 10 billion. Say Kaduna bring 15 billion. Say Zamfara bring 5 billion. As they bring us so. When they don't miss the money, they don't care how much you bring. Now this formula, they go take share. Now the formula, now be the bone of contention, the main bone of contention. Which formula would they use currently? 20% on derivation. Out of everything what they bring, they go remove 20%, keep out to one pot. They go bring 50% out, put out for another pot. They'll come bring 30%, okay? Put out for another pot. So this one now they go share as per derivation. If they want share now who bring pass, and in percentage go high pass for this 20%. You get the point now. So it means say here now you go benefit more if you bring plenty. But now 20% they just put for there now. You get the point now. That's why if you check internet, see where Asari Dokubo they vibrate say River State go remit billions to federal. They'll come give them change because say now the 20% now they go really benefit. For this 50% is based on equality. They go share them normal. Everybody equality. This one 30% on population. As soon as plenty people when plenty pass, where their population plenty, and then they benefit. You see say the factor where they take share now only this one 9% where really bring money go even get mouth. But what did they allocate for that one? People when go enjoy now. Now real people will be say they get population because this one now equal they share. 9 President Tinubu call form people, bring them together, say wanna be expert for tax matter. Change this formula because this one is communistic. That is communism. What they practice for them be say, make we live happily together. Whether you work plenty, you no work, or you tired, you lazy, make we bring the money, make we share. This is not federal. This is like communism. Now, President Tinubu come bring it on say, see this one where they put for derivation. Now 60%. So if you work, you make money for your state, you go enjoy. Don't be say, babu they work, monkey they chop. Then 20% on equality instead of 50%. Equal, no problem, equality. Then 20% based on population. So they come move 10% from here and 30% from here, put that for here. Now the governors say, especially the northern governors, And they vocal say no. Today, they don't announce their formula. All the governors are seeing for Vanguard. Now this one they call propose now. The one where they propose now, 30% based on derivation. The one where they use now 20%. Abi? The one where President Tinubu propose now 60 for derivation. But the one where governors say, okay, since they pay on now one they generate the money, say we know they get much. Okay, no problem. We'll come out 10% from here because this is the correct one. Come out 10% from here, give derivation. You will generate the money. Okay? Then this 50% on equality, no touch. This one still dey more communistic.